Hey, what's going on, guys? So today, let's see, a couple things I'm going to outline. I guess first one I should go over is inflation. CPI came out last week. Inflation's still up a bit. What this tells us is that the Fed is just going to keep rates paused. Um, Basically, I think for the next couple months, we're probably going to keep rates paused. And then I guess the big question is this a conflict of interest with Trump? Because now Trump is saying that they're going to keep interest rates low. I don't think so. I don't think that will play out at all. I'm pretty sure that his hands are full and that pretty much the Fed and the executive branch will maintain like no contact, as Jerome Powell has said, for at least the next couple months. And I think inflation rising is only going to be more. Basically, Jerome Powell has said that the only way he'll consider dropping rates is if inflation comes down, which it hasn't. So I don't. I honestly think there's nothing that would change that. I don't think this will be a problem in the near future because a lot of the things that Trump and his administration are doing, I think it's really going to start playing out the next couple months as well. Nothing but good things, honestly. So I don't think it would matter. I think rates just don't matter in the grand picture, in the scheme of things. I don't even know how to say the saying. What else? Gold is popping off. This is a good thing. So gold popping off just tells us that hard assets are typically gold, or at least around the same time. Gold and Bitcoin have like a correlation. So if gold pops off, Bitcoin will pop off. And that's just basically saying investors are going more into hard assets, more risk off, or at least those hard assets are pumping. So I expect Bitcoin will eventually pump. Probably not till March. I'm predicting. What else? Oh, orange juice is crashing. Not just kidding. It is crashing, but I mean, I'm just kidding about that being important. I'm gonna go over some charts. Okay, so let's see Tesla. So Tesla's a little bit. So right now it looks like it's pulling back into this four. I think we're gonna get one more push down because it did break the bull support band, and that's telling me that it's probably gonna be a little bit before it fully commits to going up. It's gonna probably come down to here, this box I have, and then it will retest support, which I'm thinking is this fib, and then it will set off again. It will eventually pump up, and I'm thinking May will probably be peak for Tesla. I'm gonna skip MSTR. I'm gonna talk about MSTR later. Coinbase. I'm in a good mood today. My neck is not hurting crazy because my neck is usually, if my neck's killing me, it brings me down. Anyways, Coinbase is testing the support band. Their earnings was pretty good, but it sold off. So maybe who else? Oh, Hood's earnings was also the same week. Hood did way better. Hood earnings was freaking awesome. That was a great earnings call. And I think investors. Now I'm just speculating. Maybe there's investors that went from Coin to Hood because yeah, Hood did way better than Coinbase. I think it'll probably chill around here. It didn't break the bull support band, so I think it's just going to trade sideways before it starts putting new highs, which it will put in new highs absolutely. Coin just makes so much money, and Wall Street is it's crazy to me how Wall Street overlooks crypto, but Coinbase, Hood, in both earnings, they were saying that they do a lot of their withdrawals and a lot of their like OTC transactions with stable coins on the crypto market, which is because it trades 24/7. This is how stocks need to get to, or this is how stocks need to be traded. Like the market needs to adapt to this, and it's funny that it hasn't because a certain party doesn't like crypto. Basically, Hood did amazing. Yeah, crazy. Hood could actually, when I was looking at my fibs, there's a chance. It's a long shot that Hood goes up into the hundreds. I'm thinking it could get to 80s for sure, but I wouldn't do calls. It hit my target box, and this one's tough because let me look at the RSI. Yeah, it's overbought on the RSI, so I would wait. We'll get a pullback. We'll see where that takes us before we test the support and before it decides to go up higher, which I think it will. I wouldn't do trades on this. This is a tough one. If you played earnings call, like congrats, like nice, you made bank. But I wouldn't do puts, not yet. I don't think now's the best time to do puts. I think things can still keep pumping, so don't. It's not the best move. Palantir putting in more new highs. Damn, the thing is still overbought. It puts in like a double top or for overbought. Yeah, so this could go higher for sure. I'm like 140. Damn, that's crazy. Excuse my language. But yeah, Palantir is definitely one I'm going to be stacking once it pulls back the end of this year, going into next year, because it will pull back. It's had this massive run up. It's insane. Look at this. Wow. Nvidia, I think will actually. So this is what I have for Elliott Wave. Could play out something like this. Nvidia, because it went below the bull support band, I think it's going to come back down. Deficit support. I don't think it will go down much, or it could trade sideways for a bit before it really rallies and takes off. But Nvidia definitely has more up for sure. What else do I have? Apple. Yeah, don't trade Apple. Amazon. Let me see the RSI. Yeah, this will come down. Not that much though. Probably. I don't even have my fibs. Excuse me. Saudi. Yeah, probably 223s. It would probably test the support bull support band. I don't like Netflix. What else? What else was I gonna talk about? Oh, and then I had another question. Yes. I was gonna get back to MSTR. Okay, question was why MSTR? As you guys know, MSTR is my largest position. I've been in this baby for quite a while. And it's not really to avoid taxes, but because I expect this to go higher. So MSTR, if I go to, so I had previously talked about the whole FASB ruling now being applied to investments. Because it took effect in December. The only way for Q1 earnings for any company to take it into account is if they had adopted it or applied for it earlier. And I think the only one that did, or some of the miners did, CLSK did, and Tesla. But I wanted to go to CLSK because their earnings, miners are negative on every earnings. They miss earnings every time because to mine Bitcoin, it requires a lot of electricity. They are warehouses full of computers just using up tons of energy, and the cost is expensive, at least in the US. And you're just getting pieces of Bitcoin, and they're always at a negative cost because in order for it to be profitable, the price of Bitcoin has to be above the hash rate, which it hasn't been. It won't get there till probably, well, just now. I think it barely is now, but they're in profit now. But I'm saying this now because miners have so much Bitcoin because all they do is mine Bitcoin. And CLSK's earnings was profitable because the earnings took into account the balance statement for realized earnings off their Bitcoin. That put them at, I think, from negative 0.06 on expected to 1. Where is it? I can never find these things. Yeah, so the reason why I pick MSTR, at least one of the reasons, is because FASB, Michael Saylor has said this, though one of the chief executive chairmen for MSTR has said that they will take into account FASB for the next earnings, which won't be till May. It'll be a while. but they are the largest private holder of Bitcoin. They have almost 500,000 Bitcoin. And their expected earnings, because their base, it's a software company, so every earnings they miss because their Wall Street judges them based off of their software, which they don't care about. Every bear is antagonizing them over the software, but every time MSTR says they're not a software company, like they have that service to give to their investors and consumers, but they are first and foremost a Bitcoin treasury. So they have 500,000 Bitcoin. Taking that into account for their next realized earnings, that is almost, I think it's like 400. I don't know the fully diluted, but it's like almost $450 billion worth of profit realized. So it would basically put MSTR at a 30x or a 40x on their earnings. Nvidia hasn't had that. This will be massive. This will shoot the stock up like insane. So that's one of the reasons why I would say MSTR. But you're getting still nonetheless a better return on investment. It's basically if you were just trying to get a good return on investment off of Bitcoin without buying Bitcoin, because that's all they're doing. They're just buying Bitcoin. It's different from an ETF. An ETF, the money you give them is going straight to Bitcoin by that night. And then MSTR is you're investing in the company, and then the company is taking on, has different strategies for buying more Bitcoin. And I think they do it well. I think they're smart at their approach of investing the revenue into more Bitcoin. And they're just going to keep doing that. Their yield will continue to grow as a company because they just keep buying Bitcoin like insane amounts. MSTR, so I actually think MSTR, there's a possibility it pulls back, but it looks like she wants to go higher. I do think I've been hearing a lot of people when it comes to, at least in my space, when it comes to MSTR, everybody has these insane price targets. I don't think we'll get those. I think at best 1,000, but I'm going to be realistic, maybe 700 to 800. One of the reasons why too, looking at TA standpoint, this looks like lower highs. So when we get that leg up, overbought, I think we'll get another leg up that will put it overbought up here as well. But I do think it will have a massive pump because it's a leveraged return off of Bitcoin, basically. And then you want to go to the next level, MSTU or MSCX, another leverage off of on top of MSTR. You want your leverage for your leverage. There you go. And then miners, basically its price action is pretty, this is good. So I think at least for February, it's probably going to suck. But going into March, I think things will pick up a lot. And then February, when I look at the Fear and Greed index, it's pretty low. And volume's been really low. So that tells me that we're going to start picking up. What else? That's pretty much it, guys. I'll do another video. Not too many people are in crypto stuff. We just gotta wait, basically. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All right. So you guys have a good Valentine's Day. Take it easy.